up, guys? Here you are again for another reaction. So today we wanted to continue our journey on reactions to live music, and the genre of music you are currently on is hip hop. Yeah, last week I reacted to my first, not actually my first, for a while. I was not reacting to any hip hop soundtrack live. In this case, I was doing Eminem like a year ago. I stopped. I decided to go with more rock and metal. To implement more variety in my channel. I deleted some of my reacts to Eminem live performance because I was not happy with them. This time around I decided to go with absolute classics. I was going with Eminem because Eminem is my favorite hip-hop artist, but currently I'm doing reactions to hip-hop soundtracks that really were the pioneers, soundtracks that inspired every single hip-hop artist that came afterwards, kind of, Last reaction I did to an hip hop soundtrack, I don't even remember the name of it. Was Africa Bambata of the Soul Sonic Force Planet Rock. Yes, I was really happy. Not happy, not even upset, but so I was wondering why this soundtrack is so great, so famous. LL Cool J, guys, one of my favorite rappers of all time. There is a soundtrack with Jennifer Lopez that I mentioned while doing my review regarding that song. Z z z z z z z z. That part of that soundtrack with LL Cool J, it took from this soundtrack. Okay, from that point on, I realized, okay, that's why the soundtrack is so great, so so respected, And yes, I'm happy that I decided to go with the song finally to understand more about the beginnings, of everything. And I think the soundtrack that we are going today with, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, The Message. I have a look on the first 5 seconds, and yeah, the beat, I think, if I'm not mistaken, B.I.G. has used these soundtrack samples regarding the beat of this song, So yeah, guys, B.I.G., one of the greatest rappers of all time, got inspired by this hip-hop group. So you can tell, okay, yes, I'm in the right place to again understand how it all started, where those artists got inspiration from. And we are going with the pioneers right now, So yes, guys, that's my intention right now, reacting to hip-hop soundtracks, Yes, guys, enough talk. I don't want to judge anything regarding this soundtrack. Is an hip hop track, so we'll be having show off, we'll be having okay, it's live performance, so we will not have really nasty type of video clips. That's how hip hop video clips they look like. But anyway, guys, we are doing live performances. That's how I decided to go in my channel. Yeah, can't wait to see how they will perform, how is their energy, their vibe on stage, Yes, I never heard about them. Never, I don't know their faces, their voices. So I'm here raw, listen to this music. Maybe I listen to this music somehow in the radio, but I never grab myself. Okay, let's listen to this hip hop group and this soundtrack specifically. So this time around will be actually my first time. Guys, enough talk. I don't want to keep going with this intro, otherwise this video will be too long. This soundtrack is already huge, 15 minutes, so I'm expecting this video to be around 30 or even 40 minutes long. Hopefully you guys understand. It's a 15 minutes soundtrack. I will give you my thoughts, opinions about the soundtrack throughout the soundtrack, so I'm expecting a huge video. That's why I need to stop right now. Guys, before we jump to this soundtrack, the message from the Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, please give me a love, energy, subscribe my channel. Just one click, I'm gonna make much more happier, stronger, so the right mentor to keep me seeing you guys almost every day. And that's as always up for having fun. And let's do this, guys. Let's do this.
The song's entitled The Message, and they are Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5.
Look at the furious name, Grandmaster Flash, please. And the Furious 5. Exactly! That's B.I.G., my friends. Oh yeah. You can tell, no, it's the same era of Michael Jackson, 1983, yeah, when Michael came out as well. Yeah, I love this. Yeah, this B.I.G. I just love the vibe, man.
It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Okay, guys, let's analyze this first 1 minute and a half. So there is no doubt that this beat we can witness in one of B.I.G. soundtracks. I'm not sure which. I might have a look afterwards. Yes, that vibe looks good. Looks peculiar. I like also the outfits. Very like one dude wearing a white outfit, red, black. Really like to be on stage and capture the attention from the audience. Basically, the lyrics is not like really surprising. It's not really like something that was amazed for now. But I think like, guys, let's not like judge the soundtrack based on the first minute. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Come on, if it's a jungle, it makes sense. Like you decide to go from under, because to avoid dangers. That's like what I'm getting. Let's go. Oh yeah. Ow!
Broken glass everywhere. People on the stage, they just don't care. I can't take the smell, can't take the noise. Got no money to move out. I guess
that's a baseball stick. I don't fuck with these dudes.
Junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. I tried to get away, but I couldn't get far, cause a man with the touch repossessed my car.
Guys, great. I like the fact that they are handling a baseball bat, stick, and they mentioned that in the soundtrack. Junkies in the alley with a baseball bat. I tried to get away, but I couldn't get far, cause a man with a tow truck repossessed my car. Great, man. Great rhyme, great rapping skills. Let's go in.
Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Standing on the front stoop, hanging out the window, watching all the cars go by, roaring as the breezes blow. A crazy lady living in a bag, eating out of garbage pails. Used to be a fag hag, such a that's the tango. Skipped the life and dango. A zircon princess seemed to lost her senses. Down at the peep show, watching all the creeps, so she can tell her stories to the girls back home. She went to the city and got so did it. She had to get a pimp, she couldn't make it on her own.
Yeah, that's very true. When a girl in their 20s, she goes to big cities, she like forces herself to be in situations that she can go back home and deliver stories. It's like it's something against the women's pride or a man's pride going to some place and not come with the actual story. I like the fact that they come out with this. A zircon princess seemed to lose her senses down at the peep show watching all the creeps, so she can tell her stories to the girls back home. Exactly. Let's go now.
Push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
I love this.
It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
I'm not sure if like the only vocalist in this group is the guy with long hair and glasses. The other dudes are like just here to drop some moves, and they are not like really great dancers. So let's see if ahead on this soundtrack, because 3 minutes, I see like 11 minutes remaining. Let's see if they will jump to the to any part of the song. I mean vocals. Let's go here.
My brother's doing fast on my
here you go.
TV. Says she watches too much. It's just not healthy. All my children in the daytime, Dallas at night. Can't even see the game or the Sugar Ray fight. The bill collectors, they ring my phone and scare my wife when I'm not home.
Cool.
Got a bum education, double-digit inflation. I take the train to the job. There's a strike at the station. Neon King Kong standing on my back, can't stop to turn around. Broke my sacroiliac, a mid-range migraine, cancer, membrane.
That's crazy. Guys, I love this line. Can you check? Can't take the train to the job. There is a strike at the station. Neon King Kong standing on my back. Neon is like King Kong type of dude with neon, lights in these clothes and stuff. Can't stop to turn around. Broke my sacroiliac, whatever. A mid-range migraine, cancer-red main brain. Sometimes I think I'm going insane. I swear I might eject a plane. Great, it's clear. Hey. Yeah, people are feeling. Look.
It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Oh yeah. But when when you witness these moves that they are like performing on stage, you can tell why Michael Jackson was so big. Look at the difference, Look like how much better Michael Jackson, was, in terms of like dance moves, That's why, he was a god, at that time. Because, yeah, he started kind of like it all, And then people came with breakdance moves and stuff. But yeah, this is like what dancers, they would do 40 years ago, Then Michael Jackson came with, what he came with. That's why he was so big. It's cool. They're doing like competition, yeah, they're like pretending like they are dissing each other. So that's like actually the second part, yeah, this survival. Yes guys, it's so famous soundtrack, man. Survival. Jesus. Survival.
Behind your back. And when you get the story, it's never exact. Some say they're your friends, but they really are not. Because they're only out to try and get what you've got. Survival. Only the strong can survive. It's called survival. Only the strong can survive. It's called survival. In order to stay alive, it's called survival. Survival. And they call it survival. They run it down to you on your first arrival. They tell you what you can and what you cannot do. So if you ever go to jail, watch your
Oh yeah, sure man. If you ever go to jail, watch your
Only the strong can survive. It's called survival. In order to stay alive, it's called survival. Survival.
Guys, this like what they are coming with, it's very true, This soundtrack, they in a funny way, because think of the vibe of this soundtrack, It's not hard soundtrack, but they are mentioning like in this world is all about survivals, This is not a world that's why I disagree with education where you educate your children in a way for them to believe that this world is beautiful, No, we need to prepare them for the worst in this world, That's how they will be happy, actually, You need to make sure your children's skin, will be ready for the worst type of situations, It's not like giving them love. You can give them love, of course, but you also need to make sure they'll be ready when eventually bad stuff, bad situations will appear, in front of them, Survival, only the strong can survive, it's called survival. Only the strong can survive, it's called survival. In order to stay alive, it's called survival. Great guys. And also I like the fact that he mentioned if you go to the jail, to survive you need to make sure you protect your ass, because we all know what can happen, when you go to the jail. That's like the worst thing you want to happen to you, basically, It's good, man. Survival. Yes, come on.
I went looking for a job every day last week, but it turned into a crazy game of hide and seek because every place I seemed to look a job wasn't there. I might as well apply for food stamps or welfare. It's called survival. And only the strong can survive. It's called survival.
Yeah.
And only the strong can survive. It's called survival. In order to stay alive, it's called survival. Survival, survival, survival. Like Hercules, your body is strong, but your mind is like the devil. Your ideals are wrong.
Yeah, man, I like
You
this.
hurt people's feelings and mess with their minds. Didn't have the nerve to call me brother and wave the peace sign.
I love
The
this.
young and the old, they all hate your sight because of people like you that scared to walk in the night.
Guys, great, you know, like how they in a different type of way they came up with an idea to you know, in a soundtrack tell us okay, how hard life is, you know, how you are, you know, like Hercules, your body is strong but your mind is like the devil. Your ideals are wrong. You hurt people's feeling and mess with their minds. That's absolutely true, you know. That's like, and that's even more true and where these people they come from, you know. Black people, especially like even more back in the days, they will come, you know, 90% of them, or even more, 95% of them, from a rough place, you know. And yeah, he mentioned like Hercules, your body is strong, especially like a black dude, their bodies are extremely strong, but their mind is like the devil, you know. Because think about black people, no matter what you say, you cannot, you know, erase history, you know, and they grow with those, you know, stories about the white man superiority, you know, and that's like how most of the times a black person becomes evil, you know, and therefore, you know, going to the wrong paths in life, you know. I like the fact that he also mentioned and have the nerve to call me brother and wave the, you know, the peace sign, like a lot of fakeness, you know, around the hoods, you know. Guys, so far I'm loving this song track, which is like the message part 2, you know. Let's go in.
It's called survival. Only the strong can survive. It's called survival. And only the strong can survive. It's called survival. In order to stay alive, it's called survival. Survival, survival, survival. The problems of the world today are bigger than life. You have recessions and depressions. Men are cheating on their wives. Babies born each morn with part of their bodies gone because of some crazy drug that their mothers was on. There's countries fighting night to night, always putting each other down. Blacks and whites don't realize that they're really pink and brown. You got gun, tote, cutthroat, stress and strife, and looking out for number one is a way of life.
Wow, guys, great verse, you know. You have recession and depressions, men are cheating on their wives, babies born each morn with parts of their bodies gone, Jesus, because of some crazy drug that their mothers was on. Yeah, that's like how babies, you know, they can born deformed because of what their mothers were taking while they were pregnant, you know. It's dark, you know, this part of the soundtrack is the darkest so far, but I like the way they decided to come with, you know, putting this type of vibe, this type of beat, you know, in a way that is for to tell the truth, but to cut a little bit the heart of the lyrics, you know. Yes, great soundtrack. Let's go, guys.
Survival. And only the strong can survive. It's called survival. And only the strong can survive. It's called survival. In order to stay alive, it's called survival. Survival, survival, survival.
Okay, guys, I will stop here my reaction to this live performance because what is coming afterwards is not really regarding them, you know. We had like a break in between the message and the message part 2. I was like a little bit confused. Other people, they come in stage and stuff. Of course I will not show that in my reaction. I will pass on from the message part 1 to message part 2 without showing me reacting to what happened in between, because I was confused and it doesn't make sense to put on this reaction. I even like I had to go straight away to the Google, drop you know, the message part 2 to have a look on the lyrics to analyze it better. So this live performance as a reactor was a little bit weird because it was the first time that I actually like stopped the video to make a research on the second stage of the soundtrack, which is not like actually like the second stage. These are two different songs with the same name, but it's part 1 and part 2. Because from what I can see here in the lyrics, they just came with maybe like what 30% of the message and 30% of the message part 2. But anyway, guys, we could have a glimpse of these two soundtracks. So I came like actually with two soundtracks this time around, which is like great, guys. I even thought like I will be spending a lot of time. I spent a lot of time. I'm not like saying the otherwise, but I thought I would be spending much more time because 14-15 minutes for a soundtrack, which actually ended up being like 8 minutes because there were like 6 minutes of things that is not actually relevant. Wow, guys, great fucking song. It's more darker than I thought, especially the message part 2 is actually like a message. I like the fact. So the sound message was like a soundtrack that at first maybe something funny, like what type of message they are coming with, maybe regarding like how you flirt with a girl, like that's like how we expect from hip-hop, especially when these type of beats they come on. It's not like that soundtrack Gangsta Paradise Call. You can tell like from the beat this song is hard. It's actually like what is going on the underground world. But this soundtrack is like as dark, but because of the beat cuts a little bit the heaviness of it. That's why I was like confused at first, and then okay, that's like the style of this soundtrack. Now a more like chill type of beat, funky type of beat with a harder lyricism. Guys, what they like mention is absolute true. These guys, they are not dumb. I never thought this soundtrack is famous. It's called Survival. Now, who doesn't know this? Who doesn't know this chorus? Everyone does know this chorus. But I never like really paid attention to the rest of the soundtrack. I was always having like great time listening to it. But now, listen carefully to it. It is a fucking dark song. So I'm so happy that I had a look on this soundtrack. The next time around, I'll be listening to this song, whether it's like in a car, with the radio, or in a club. I will tell the dudes that will be around me that what this soundtrack actually is, the darkness behind it. Yes, guys. Wow. Second soundtrack that I was surprised with. First soundtrack was also great because discovering one of the scenes that another artist that I respect a lot came with an inspiration from, which is like the song that I reacted to. And now this time around, a soundtrack that I thought would be like very like to chill, to have a nice vibe with your friends, dance at the club, as actually a dark, story or lyricism behind it. Jesus, man, crazy. I like the contrast on stage, the way they were dancing around. Even though I mentioned at a certain point that, guys, come on, look why Michael Jackson was so big, because look the difference. These guys, they were big, and they never like tried to come with better moves on stage because those were the moves. So how Michael Jackson came with those moves, that's like why he's so big, it was so big, and it still is big. Michael Jackson will never die, Yes, guys, can't wait for the next soundtrack I'll be reacting to. Let's see what surprise I will be having. I think next soundtrack is actually like Dr. Dre, if I'm not mistaken, because I have a list here of the best or more, the soundtracks that were used to inspire artists, at the beginning of the hip-hop era, and those will be the soundtracks I'll be reacting to my channel. So stay tuned, guys. I'll be reacting to, so I have 4 now, more 6 of it. Then I will jump to pop. But guys, like I mentioned in the last reaction, if you like hip-hop, you like pop as well, No way, like, if you like the soundtracks, you like Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson. So don't be discouraged by subscribing my channel. Even though I'll be stopping reacting to hip-hop soundtracks to move to another genre, in the future I will come again to hip-hop soundtracks. Yeah? Yes, guys, now for real, as always, if you like my reaction to this soundtrack, please press the like button, comment if you think should know something before I put it to the side. Comment whatever you think I should know. Share with your friends. They might like to watch someone else reacting to this incredible soundtrack and other soundtracks I will be reacting in the future. And subscribe to my channel, guys. Keep me love energy, so keep strong with the right mentor to keep me 6 years. Yes, as always, hope you're having fun, and most important of all, stay safe, guys. Have a good one. Thank you.